Hello and welcome to Black Cats Chat, the international fans podcast for Sunderland FC, the fans podcast that brings international fans together. We've just wrapped up a pre-season tour in the USA. Massive thanks to Max Gadd from the SAFC NASA branch for doing some photographs. One of our and videos and interviews. One of our other guests today was supposed to do photographs and videos, but he spent most time getting pissed. Isn't that right, Sean Coxon from SAFC NASA in New Jersey?
It is actually. I forgot all about it, to be fair. So, yeah.
Well, you did a couple, and there was a couple of good ones in there. So thanks for that, Sean. But you did tell me you're going to get an interview. You told me you're going to get an interview with Bawley. You said you're going to ask Bawley to say hello to Lee from the Bilbao Black Cats and the Black Cats Chat podcast. I'm fucking still waiting for the video.
I forgot about it, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, stage fright. Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, that tour then saw Luke O'Nien tie up a Wrexham fan's shoelace to the railings. One of our guests can't even tie his shoelaces anymore. Isn't that right, Ian McNee?
Very true. That's why I wear sandals with what they call it, Klettverschluss, Velcro.
Yeah.
I use Velcro to close my shoes and no one else.
I can see it. And listen, mate, your feet must have fucking been surviving 10 German winters because, like, I've seen your feet, mate. They fucking minging.
Why? I mean, they still hold us up, you know. I don't fall over yet.
Yeah. Anyway, lads, Sean, how's your summer been so far?
Yeah, mate, not bad, decent. Good.
Yeah.
Ian?
Ian?
Happy with the tour, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with the tour. We'll get into that in a minute. Ian, how's your summer?
It's been okay so far. Unfortunately, I was back in the UK last week for a funeral, which is where I got the shirt, the new one. I've got to say, this is a cracker. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. It fits where it touches, but that's down to me, not the shirt.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been great. Today we got up to 37 degrees. It's still 28 degrees outside there, and it's gone 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's like opening the oven door, opening the terrace door to go outside into the garden. But I've kept everything inside, kept everything closed today, and it's quite cool inside. So I can wear this long sleeve shirt and get away with it, you know.
You fucking disappeared there.
Right. They are long sleeves. First long sleeve shirt I've had for young.
Yeah.
And no sponsor.
And you wear it in 28 degrees heat, you mad bastard.
No, I did 28 degrees outside. It's just 23 inside. I can live with that.
Have you got aircon?
No, not at all. Well, we had aircon this morning. It was down to 15 degrees overnight. And when I got up at 7 o'clock, I just threw open all the windows and the doors, get it going through just to cool everything down. And as soon as the day started warming up, I just shut everything and left it that way. And it's worked. It's great.
Good stuff. Well, I was lucky yesterday to see the solar eclipse. Ian, I don't know what it was like in Germany, but I imagine not to worry because you've been around for quite a while. So you probably saw the last one, did you?
Hey, I saw the one in 1922. No, I have seen a few partial eclipses. I saw a full eclipse here in 99. And apparently the next one is going to be in 87 or something like 2087. So I don't think I'll last until that one.
Well,
but
I'll give you a bell. I'll give you a bell.
Aye, okay, mate. Well, last night I didn't even bother because where our house is down in a valley. So I would have had to go right up to the tops to see anything. And you can guarantee it was packed out. I've seen pictures on the news tonight. And all the high places around here were really packed out. That's the problem with Wuppertal. It's a smattering little town where it's narrow and it's just the valley. And if you're down the bottom, you're never going to see anything. The sun goes down here at 6 o'clock, even though it's still light until about 9:30.
Yeah. Well, I'm just amazed that none of you have actually sworn yet because you're the most you're the guest that like to swear the most.
Wait a minute, we're getting warmed up, you know. It's only the start of the season.
Right. Anyway, Sean.
It's not yet.
Yeah, no. Sean, on to the USA tour. We had 3 games. We played. Who did we play? We played Liverpool. Got beat 4-2. Enzo Lafise scored a cracker. Got beat off Leeds 1-0 in New Jersey, which you went to, and the Wrexham game we won 1-0 where Nordi Mukiele scored.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Summarising thoughts on the tour?
I mean, it was a PR stunt and it worked. I mean, listen, we got better as we went on, didn't we? I actually thought, because it was kind of two teams, wasn't it? Like the Liverpool game, I thought were excellent first half, and then as soon as you made the changes, obviously you'd expect Liverpool to turn the screw a bit. The Leeds game I thought was pretty similar, and then to be honest, I thought we were better than Leeds. I think we had more possession and we had more chances. I just think we got beat by that freak goal, didn't we? And then the Wrexham game, I thought we played really well. I thought we controlled the game for the whole majority of the game, and it just annoyed us because it was just full of. I never heard one Welsh accent, and I thought, give over. I'm not having it, for the Wrexham fans and stuff. But I will say, listen, the start of the game was really nice. That Ryan Reynolds came on, and or Rob McElhaney, one of them. I think it's Rob McElhaney from Philly. He came on and he paid a tribute to the Lake Poets, and he made a tribute to Something Till I Die. And I thought it was really nice that they played like Wise Men Say and all that. And I just thought it was really nice. He was like, I wouldn't be here without Sunderland. We wouldn't have bought this club without Sunderland. And yeah, I was quite impressed, actually. I thought it was nice. And the whole tour was decent. I mean, club really looked after her, I thought. In terms of after the game when we went to a bar, it was on the Bally and Phillips was good crack, and yeah, just in general, I enjoyed the tour.
Yeah, I think you're driving in the dead zone there, Sean. So because we heard most of it, but
don't stop driving under bridges, Sean.
Aye, or go through tunnels. Yeah, Ian, what are your thoughts on the USA tour? Did we get what we wanted from it?
Well, what we got is 90 minutes. Well, not 90 minutes. We got an awful lot of minutes into the legs of as many players that were available to us at the time. Each game was a game of two halves, different teams in each half. As Sean said, I thought against Liverpool in the first half we held our own, but then Liverpool brought on their strongest side and we put out our weakest side. It was fairly obvious where that was going. Leeds, I know Elborg's been getting pelters for the daisy cutter that Metcher scored, but I mean that happens to any goalkeeper. The goalkeepers aren't 100% perfect anywhere down the line. Okay, he tripped over, and then it was too late to get anywhere near the ball, and the bastard trickled in. Yeah. Tough shit,
I think it was Enzo as well lost the ball in the middle of the pitch, didn't he? As well, he wasn't helped out by that.
Yeah, I mean nobody's banging on to Enzo or whoever it would have been if they'd have lost the ball in midfield. It's the goalkeeper's fault. I'm a goalkeeper. I know it's always the goalkeeper's fault, regardless of what we fucking do. Sorry, that was the first one. But Wrexham, I'll tell you what, Nordy's goal against Wrexham was excellent. It was very well worked. Brobby held it up and just laid it on a plate, and Nordy put it away. I was generally overjoyed to say that because I love Nordy. I mean, he's a player I love to watch playing. He enjoys his football. You can see it on his face, and he's a bloody good player. He's a hell of a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for.
And that's why he has to play right back rather than centre back.
I would say so. Well, I don't know. I mean, when he played centre back the last few games of the season, he was magnificent against Chelsea. He was just having the time of his life, It was brilliant. But I mean, he's a player who can play anywhere across the park. And I'm so pleased that they've got him. But going back to the tour, it was well worth it. Obviously, with the launch of the pink shirts and the tie-up with the Elvis estate and playing the first game in Nashville, that will have helped. It's got our name further known in the States until now. Okay, a lot of people who were interested in football would have heard about us due to Sunderland Till I Die. But hopefully that's piqued a bit of interest in the team and they start following us full time. I just read I think it was last week, that NASA just announced their 1,000th member. So obviously that's come as a result of this tour.
1,000? No, it was 500, wasn't it? 400, wasn't it?
I was going to say to annoy Lee. I heard we sold I heard we sold a lot more memberships in America. SAFC.com.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was some round number
I
anyway.
heard now there's a lot more members as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might be 1,000. I mean, I saw a 400th member. I think they might go up to 1,000. I don't know. But if that's good, if that's happening,
I
great.
don't know. But I mean, as long as that's promoting the interest,
yeah.
that's what it's all about. The only problem is, if they want to get out of the match, are they going to get a fucking ticket? You know.
Well, I've
mean,
said
that's something that we'll no doubt debate later on.
Well, yeah, I've had enough of memberships.
Don't get Lee started. Don't get Lee started.
No, mate, I'm thinking about going on hunger strike until they get the membership improved, and that way I might lose some fucking weight.
You'll be a fucking skeleton by the time that happens.
You'll be like Bobby Sands. Fuck me.
Or Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. Anyway, Sean, our biggest challenge so far in pre-season came last weekend against Lens. Hats off to the 1,500 people who travelled over there and they created a good bond with Lens. It was also like a coal mining background club. And 2-0 win, Sean. Human Isidore. Fucking cracking performance, wasn't it? That was to you, aye?
Yeah, very impressive against... they're in the Champions... Yeah, they're in the Champions League as well, aren't they? So, very good, yeah. Really happy. I was listening to the podcast, one of the podcasts before, and the Lens guy was bigging them up that they were this top side, and I thought we battered them. I thought we controlled the game throughout. So I thought, give over, mate. I'm not having it, you know. But yeah, really good. We've got stronger as we've went on, haven't we? Which is important.
Yep. Ian, did you manage to watch that match, the Lens game?
Yeah, I watched it on the SAFC podcast. Got me €9, 37 or something like that. I was originally going to go there, but with this funeral cropping up, that would have been too much in 1 week. We've got one of our members, well, I'm saying one of our members, one of the lads who came across with us last time we were over as the German Black Cats, Thibaut Renault. He lives in Lens and he's a Lens supporter. He was at the cup final when they won the cup in May. And he arranged for everybody they put out a hell of a lot of publicity about La Loco, where all the Sunderland fans met up. And there's pictures of him all over the place. He's a smashing lad, speaks English, German and French. I don't know how good his French is, but his German and English is all right. But he's a cracking lad. And I was speaking to him after the match, and he said, okay, I'm a Lens supporter first, a Sunderland supporter second, but I've got to say that Sunderland played bloody well. And I can't disagree. In the first half, I thought Lens is supposed to it's finished up second in the league. Where are they? Mm-hmm. You know, I wasn't all that impressed by them. And considering in the Champions League, I don't know how many of their first team played in the first game against our reserves, and how many of their first team played in the second game against us. But
well, you've got a Lens fans in your branch. Did you not ask them?
No, I'm good. How? Do you know what it costs to phone France? No, but as I say, I was very impressed. I was surprised, to tell you the truth, because I thought it'd just be another bloody pre-season friendly, which it was, to tell the truth. But we controlled them all the time. Roofs didn't have a fucking thing to do with the whole game. Nothing. Nout. Null. None. Nada. You know. Nout. And I was astonished by that. There's a couple of times that their left winger got away from Mounier, but that was probably down to Mounier moving in a bit. There was space over on their left wing, and long balls into him. Could have caused trouble if the winger had been on his game and tried cutting in quick and everything. But every time he got the ball, he went back, which gave Mounier time to go across. But I've got to say that Mounier, the first half, I thought he played very well when you consider his age. He's not even half my age.
He's 34, so
yeah. Well, that's well short of half of my age. Yeah. But I mean, he was unlucky with his offside goal. He's got the capabilities getting up there. He's got the height. I didn't realise that Bugger was so fucking tall. You know, well, I saw him next to Siddiqui, but I mean, you'd be big next to Siddiqui, I reckon.
Probably, aye.
No, I was very pleased with that performance on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to the Rennes game on Saturday. I'll be watching it again on SAFC just to see how we get on.
Sean, in that Lens game then, we had Trey Hume score a nice header, brilliant cross from Riggy on the right-hand side. Could he be the solution?
He's been brilliant pre-season, you know. My dad's really been raving about how good, like, even the Wrexham game, I thought he was brilliant. He controlled the midfield. He looks bigger and stronger, doesn't he? It's funny when I seen him because the club put on like a meet in New Jersey, and I was talking to Riggy and I said, "Oh, I seen you in San Antonio and you're just a little bang." He goes, "Yeah, man, now." He's filled out a lot more. He's going to have a really good season, and I want to see him in centre mid more as well. I think that's his best position. I really do, because he can get on the ball and he can make things happen. So yeah, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? Really impressed with him.
Right, and Ian, on two players that impressed me as well was like Chemsdy and Talby. I think he's going to have a great season for us, and the run that he made. Yeah. And the cross that he played for Wilson, and that Wilson-esque left foot finish that he had. I mean, it was only 3 months ago that people were saying that he might be leaving because he might be unhappy. But I think that World Cup and the Europa League qualification, they've kind of reinvigorated him, haven't they?
Yeah, well, starting off with Talby, I thought he looked very impressive when he came on. He was up for it. He wanted to do something in the game. Every time he got the ball, he was positive. He was banging down the wing. He wasn't putting in brilliant crosses to start with, but at least he was trying to get past his man, as opposed to Angulo before he went off. He seemed unsure what to do when he got the ball. You know, I didn't know whether to go past his man or come back and play it inside. I think he just needs to make up his mind, put his head down again, the same as Talby did, and Talby's cross for Wilson. I mean, Wilson... We said this 2 years ago. He doesn't score ordinary goals. He doesn't score tap-ins. Give him a tap-in, he'll miss. Give him something impossible, he'll score it, you know, and that's what he did. I'm pleased we've still got him, and I'm pleased that Lebray has come out and said, we're holding on to him. He's not going anywhere, having lost Mayenda. And I honestly think that they've made the right decision in letting Mayenda go. I mean, Mayenda wanted playing time, which we couldn't promise him. And Wilson is a different type of player. Okay, they're both fucking fast, no doubt about it. But Wilson's a bit trickier, and he knows how to handle the ball. Mayenda needs sometimes a couple of touches. That goal against Everton away last year, the second last game of the season, when Talby put the ball across the goal. Mayenda would have stopped the ball, maybe taken a second touch, had a shot, and somebody, either Pickford or somebody on the line would have cleared it. Isidore just hit it in full pelt. He just ran into it and hit it, you know, and it went in. And I thought, that's a pretty good skill to have that, you know. Excellent.
Yeah,
good.
It is.
But going back to Riggy, you compare Riggy now to what happened to Bellingham the year we went up. Bellingham came back a man. He put on some beef. He grew. He put on some muscle. He wasn't knackered all the time, and he became a bloody good footballer the year that we got promoted to playoff year. And Riggy has come back to say, I'm not saying he's put on beef. He hasn't. Okay, he has put on a bit of beef, but not to the same.
He looks leaner, doesn't he?
As Bellingham did, but. He's become a player. He's become a man. I mean, he's only 18. You know, he's still a bairn. When I was 18, I was pissed in the corner of a pub somewhere. You know, but
you still are.
Yeah. Still try. But I think this could be Rigg's breakout year. I mean, he's had a breakout year. in the year that we went up. Last year, they obviously didn't want to fuck them up like we did to Bellingham the year before we were promoted in the year that we ended up 16th. Bellingham was running on fresh air towards the end of the season. And we obviously didn't want to do that with Rig last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we just brought them in gradually. And I think that's the best thing we could have done. How long is it? I don't think I can ever remember our club being sensible about the use of players. We sent them out with broken legs before now, and now we're protecting them.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps that we've got a big enough squad, well, almost a big enough squad, still do with maybe 4 or 5 more for Europe, to be able to do that. Look at, talking about Ipswich, Alderete and Mukiele will probably be sitting on the bench. Last year there would have been automatic choices, but we can now afford to sit and wait till they're 100% fit before they get on the pitch.
All right. Well, our last pre-season game is at home on Saturday. We're playing Rennes. The return of the big man, Sean. Hope you'll get a nice reception.
Yeah, of course he will. He's going to go down as a cult hero, isn't he? His song's going to be sang for years and years, and he deserves it, doesn't he? We've all got really good memories of him, and he's a great lad. So I wish him all the very best. I think he might even score as well, mightn't he? Which, to be honest, would he celebrate? Probably not. So, yeah. But we've all got fond memories of him, so play to him.
Yeah. And Sean, one of your biggest gripes is the incomings. We've only had one signing this season, Thomas Munier, right back, free transfer. We've been linked with 3 players for most of the summer. One is Diane Methali, left back from Toulouse. We've had a 28.2 million bid rejected. We've had Reynaldo's mate from Mozambique, Geni Catamo, who sounds like Catamo, but Catamo is a right winger from Sporting Club de Portugal. We've had bid rejected for him for about I don't know, I think it was about 30 million, but they've rejected it. And they want
30.
They want 50, I think. That's his release clause, or 60. But they're not going to get that.
That's silly money, that.
He's 25 years old, and we've been linked with another left back from West Ham, Senegal player El Hadji Malik Diouf. He's 21. He's a left back, but West Ham won 50 million quid. You're not going to get that either. So it seems we're not spending money, Sean.
Well, listen, I've had a good old moan, and everyone's saying, you're in. I'm like, look, Gasolfi was brought in, wasn't he, to get these deals done? And last season, everyone gives him so much credit, but was he responsible for a lot of the signings last season? I've got my doubts. I really have. I think a lot of this could have been lined up from Speakman and Stuart Harvey, and I think obviously you put Talby, you put Angulo down to him in January, and you put Jocelyn Tarby. That exactly set the world alight.
Yeah.
And Elborg, and you just think, so really he's brought in them 3, which are definitely his signings. I don't know how many he had a hand in last season, at the start of the season, but this season, what's he done? I mean, there's even a guy there now doing the outgoings, and I think, well, he's doing a better job than what you're doing, because he's managing to get all these players off the books. And I don't know whether it's a spending quarter that we're limited to, or just not having our pants pulled down. And listen, I understand it was never going to be like last season where we're bringing in all these players. We don't need to, but we should be in a better position than, and I've said this to the boys on the NASA group, like, I'm sorry that a 34-year-old right back on a free doesn't inspire us with confidence. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a huge venture, the Europa League, and we should have been better prepared, in my opinion. So until he sorts it out, then I'm going to keep moaning about him. So there you go.
Well, I mean, Ian, he is right there.
Listen,
he makes a good.
Come on. No. I mean, come on. Like I've said, how do we know that? Because he gets all this credit. He's got all this change in the bank, hasn't he, Gasolfi? Everyone's giving him the big in constantly. Oh, he's brilliant. But again, like I say, a lot of them last season could have been Harvey and Speakman. So we just don't know.
I know for a fact that
the proof's still, the jury's still out on him. Yeah.
Siddiqui was definitely. I've got that on good sources told me that Siddiqui was
you have.
Stuart Harvey. So, But he made a point there Ian, about like this new bloke who's been brought in to deal with the outgoings. I can't remember his name. Was he Italian? I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't
he's
remember.
Italian. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't
anyway,
know.
but he's done a bloody good job, like, because we've got rid of 14 players.
Right.
I was going to go on the list. We got obviously
Yeah.
Mayende was the first one. Leo Hjelde gone to Mechelen. Anthony Patterson, club legend, has to be said. He's gone to Wrexham. Masuaku's gone to Konyaspor in Turkey. Pembela's gone to Le Havre. Rusin's gone to a team in Ukraine. Abdullahi's gone to a team in Turkey. Then obviously you've had the out of contracts, which is like Sirkin's gone to QPR, which I think is a bizarre move. Dan Neal's gone to Rangers, who are already writing him off. Harrison Jones to Peterborough. Traore, Huggins, they got released.
Bar's
Alexis
gone to
Witsel-
Peterborough.
Yeah, well, no, Bar hasn't got to Peterborough. You know, he hasn't been signed. It fell
I
through.
thought he'd gone.
It fell
Oh,
through.
all right.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. No. But why?
Well-
Why have we got this? I'm not. How many other clubs have a guy for incomings and a guy for out? Like, what? Why is Gasolvi not doing a lot? I don't understand why they've got two different people doing the same job, but one for outgoings, one for it's stupid. You know what I mean? Why? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, Speakman and Harvey did that, didn't they? And they did it. Well, but then again,
Speakman did everything, didn't he?
but I mean, this bloke has got rid of 14 players, and it's kind of like, I suppose it's made the squad a bit smaller and get rid of like the old dead wood. I mean, Abdullah Bar's still there. Fucking Lewis
Can he
Hamir
bring a few
Semedo's
in,
still
do you
there.
think?
Well, Hamir's still there.
Can
I mean, Harvey and what's he called? Speakman. They gave Hamir a 5-year contract. He hasn't been seeing any of the under 21 matches or anything like that. So God knows where
that
he
was a
is.
good decision, yeah.
And the thing is, you know what pisses me off, right? Is that his best moment for Sunderland was in pre-season in Murcia, and he scored a screamer, and I was having a piss.
No, there you go. That's typical. That's typical of you. That you're in the men's box more than George Michael. You are. You know.
All right. Can we change topic now? Anyway, so Ian, I was at Wembley that year as well when we went up. Ian, how many players do you think we realistically need? You mentioned 4 or 5 before, you think?
Yeah.
Is that...
Well, I mean, you were there as well. Sean was there as well at the International Fans Weekend, and Gazolfi stood up and said 4, 5, 6 tops. And I think we still need to hold true to that. Mounier, I've got no problem with him. I mean, he did a good job here in Germany for Dortmund when he was here. He still looks a good player. He was still good enough to play for Belgium at the World Cup. So I've got no problems with him coming in.
Yeah.
As Sean said, he's not the most exciting signing. Hopefully, he won't be the most exciting signing this summer. But we've still got another 3 weeks to go, you know. And I still think we'll get people through the door. I think by certainly the left back from Toulouse, I think that's just a question of money. It's haggling and haggling. We've got no great rush on it. We've got a bloody good left back. So if he doesn't come in until even the day the transfer window slams shut, thank you, Sky Sports, we still got time to get him up to speed, because don't forget the last week in September, the internationals start, and that's a 3-week break. Any new signings we can integrate in those 3 weeks, so we're up and running. Okay, one of the Europa League games will be before that, but after that, we've got all sorts of time to get the new lads integrated into the team. The team that we've got now can do a bloody good job in the Premier League. It proved that last year. There's nobody missing from last year that will be playing this year, really.
That's what gives me hope as well. Like it's continuity.
Yeah.
Go on,
Sean.
It is. But listen, I think. Sorry, I think you cannot stand still in football, right? And I think,
not at all.
Listen,
well,
the boys last season were brilliant. I think they'll be better. I think.
I'm not saying that we should stand still.
Listen,
but we've got a bit more time than you seem to think we do.
Yeah. No, hey, look, I think Diarra's going to be better. I think Rig, I think a lot of the boys you mentioned Ian earlier are going to be a year on, like Siddiqui and stuff they are. But I just think, you're right, there's 3 weeks to go, and I'm not fully panicking yet. I think there is, but I just don't want it where the last 3 weeks can be seen as panic buys. Now, if you look at last season in the summer, the last day of the window, we brought in arguably our best three. We brought in Robbie, Geertruida and Roofs, who were fantastic signings, right? Who I don't know if they were Gasolfi signings, by the way, but anyway, there were three great signings, and so that did work out. But in the you could also panic buy and just go, oh shit, we need things done now. Let's just go down the list and get number 6 on the list. And I don't want to be in a position where we're looking going, well, he's shite, he hasn't worked out, he was a panic. But like, I think we should have been in a better position than what we are at this stage. That's all I mean. So yeah,
I'll agree we've done that in the.
We need more goals.
I'll agree we've done that in the past, Sean, but I'd like to think that we're now beyond that. I'm perfect. I mean, I said at the end of last season, I think we know now who we want to buy in summer. It's down to whether we can afford them, whether the selling clubs are going to sell them. We look well into the future. There's no more Will Griggs, thank fuck, Yeah. Hopefully that's a thing of the past and will remain there, and will hopefully be forgotten as soon as possible. But no, I honestly think I'm prepared to trust them after what they did last year, regardless of who sanctioned the buys, etc., who did all the deals. We got some bloody good footballers in last summer, and I was happy with that. And if they can do half the job they did last summer, I will be overjoyed. Mm-hmm. And now I've seen you've got kids in there, haven't you? I've got to keep my language so now.
It's young Niall. He's all right. He's heard it all. He's heard it all before. Don't worry. He heard it off me. He heard it off me when we're in the stadium going off on a mag. What the Wrexham game, and I seen a Newcastle top, and I went, I'm not having this. And I went across and I gave him it, and I was laughing. I think I called him like a Saudi nonce. I think I called him a Saudi nonce. And he was American. He was American, and he didn't have a clue what I was talking about. But I just gave him it, So
American watching Wrexham with a Newcastle shirt on. Then you go. Anyway, yeah.
Mate, what a dickhead!
Probably. There's been a few of them over there, hasn't there? What was I going to say? Premier League players on the bench. 9 players on the bench, Ian. In the Europa League, it's 12 players on the bench. So we do need a bit more depth, because if not, we're going to have plenty of young ones on the bench, aren't we?
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? We're never going to use 12. We can't use 12 players. We'll only put 5 on. And all this panic about, we're not going to be able to name 25 players for the squad. What the hell are we going to do with 25 players? It's all a bit panic making to me. As long as we've got 19, 20 players that we can call on, we'll be okay. And I think that will happen once we get new signings in, and it'll be great if we do put a few young ones on the bench to let them smell the air, to let them get used to it, to see what it's like. We've been doing that with Harrison Jones last year in the Premier League. He was on the bench a few times. You got Proctor's lad came through in the pre-seasons, didn't do himself any harm. Chedorov, it looks as though his loan at Exeter has done him a world of good, and they're talking about actually holding on to him and not sending him out on loan. I'm honestly, I'd love to see more players come in. I think it should be done. Whether it's a necessity, whether we'll suffer because we don't, I don't know. Let's wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, we've also had a new home kit, as Ian is demonstrating on the. Well, he's disappeared. He's disappeared now. Just stay still, will you? He's got that new shirt on.
Fucking hell, man! What's going on here?
You're a hologram. You're not real, man. You're not real. And today we've released a new third kit, which is based on the the glassmaking industry and the history of Sunderland. And
Yeah, I saw that. I did. Yeah.
it's very nice. Sean, we've only got a couple minutes left because I want to go off for my evening stroll. I know you want to have a rant about ticketing issues because I know your dad's been directly affected by it. So the stage is yours, mate. Really, that much? Fucking hell. Are you on mute or what? I can't hear you.
Sean, you're speechless for the first time in your life.
I know, and the one topic that he wanted to talk about, and he's gone off. Anyway, Ian, do you want to mention this, the ticket and stuff?
Well, it still remains a mystery to me. I'd like to know where the international pathway is. You know, I mean, I've still heard nothing about it. Where's the app that we were promised? As far as I've heard from Martin, we can get tickets, but we've got to have membership numbers. So that means that whereas in the past we've started asking the lads to pay €30 a year membership fees, we're going to have to jack her up to 90 now. So, well, we don't take the 90; they pay for the membership at Sunderland, and then they pay the 30 to us. Mm-hmm. We organise the visits for them in International Fans Weekend, etc., etc. Obviously, from the €30, we're going to be paying for things like awards that we make to Person of the Year and what have you, for Christmas presents, Christmas do, stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's not as if anybody's making any profit out of it. But this membership thing it's been done cat-handed. It's been done wrong. They haven't thought it out. I'm just asking, I'm just thinking, why the hell did they have that meeting with me, Johnny, and Jason from NASA,
Justin,
and then just ignore it, ignore everything we said?
Yeah, I agree. Can you hear us now? Yeah,
yeah, we can, Sean. But listen, I want to do.
Unfortunately,
Sean, before you come in, listen, we're going to take a break because the Zoom's running out. All right, so we'll be back for part 2 in a minute, and Sean can have his rant.
Aye, look forward to that.
All right, welcome back to part 2 then. So just before the break, we were touching on obviously the memberships and the ticket and stuff. Ian, you mentioned there it's been rushed because we had some branches, overseas branches, had a meeting with the club about what we would like to see included in the membership. And as you mentioned, they didn't put anything in there. And I think like other podcasts have already called out the clubs.
There you go.
They've called out the clubs, and what they've also done is that they've said that they've actually looked at loads of different clubs' memberships, and it just pisses all over ours. At least you get something for it. Like,
yeah.
They were talking about Man City. Like Man City get a £25 gift voucher for the club shop, £5 off a home ticket match. And like instantly, you're kind of thinking, okay, it's good value for money, but ours just doesn't offer anything. So yeah. Sean, are you ready for your rant about the ticket and stuff? Because that's been
can you
shambles. Yeah.
Can you hear us, boys?
Aye.
Yeah, I can't see you.
No, keep your camera off because you look like Ruud van Nistelrooy when your mouth goes up close.
Oh, hey, listen.
Like a hush, you mean?
Listen, so my dad's been trying to sort this ticket out for a while, and obviously you can't get links. They decided to change the platform like 2 weeks before the season starts. You kind of get through the ticket office. The whole thing's been a mess, hasn't it? You know, an absolute disgrace. And I think they've got a lot of things right, but dear me, they're getting a lot of things wrong as well. Like I was ringing the club shop and they were saying, due to high demand, we can't answer the phones. And I'm thinking, well, what kind of excuse is that? They put you on hold for 5 minutes and then they hang up. And it's ridiculous, boys. It really is. and then they finally sorted it out now, but there's still people who can't get tickets. So, yeah, I'm fed up with it. I don't think it's good enough.
Well, I want to give a shout out to I Love Supreme, because apparently there was like a long queue there yesterday and today, and it was like 31 degrees today in Sunderland, believe it or not. And I Love Supreme went round and gave out 3 bottles of water to the fans who were waiting in the queue. So fair play to Love Supreme for that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
Ian,
they keep saying, oh, we're going to send you you had to change your password, and they're like, oh, we'll send you the link, and they weren't sending the links, and then there was people getting in the wrong accounts. There was people getting on their cousins' accounts when they were meant to be in theirs, and I just thought, how shoddy can you be? Like, I understand now you're trying to get bigger, you've got this waiting list and stuff, but you should have the technology and the staff to deal with it, and you shouldn't be doing it 2 weeks before the season starts.
yeah, and I don't think it's a criticism of the staff who work in the ticket office. I think because they're just
they're
just
brilliant, by the way.
Yeah. I think they're just doing as like the best they can. But I mean, obviously, the ticket officer manager and the people above him who've implemented the system need to kind of have a closer look, because Ian, this system's been a shambles for years, hasn't it? Really, the ticket office. It's always been a matter of question, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you can only work with the tools you're given, so you've got to feel sorry for the poor people that are actually working at the sharp end in the ticket office, because they're taking all the shit from everybody who's dissatisfied with the service that they're getting or even not getting. But regarding tickets, I mean, obviously being in Germany, you'll probably know yourself, Lee, as well, and Sean, trying to get tickets, trying to even get in touch with a ticket office, even when we were in the bloody third division, it was difficult enough. I mean, the ticket office actually had a phone number then. As far as I'm aware, the phone numbers disappeared off the site from SAFC. I don't know. It's just what I've read. But they've got to have some form of communication with the people. It's ridiculous. What I don't know whether it was you or Sean that said you're phoning up and they're saying due to the high volume of traffic, we can't take your call at the moment. What the fuck is all that about?
Yeah.
You want to be a Premier League football team, become a Premier League football team, not just on the pitch, off the pitch at all as well. You've got to be professional throughout the club, and you've got to get it right from top to bottom. And if you don't listen to what people are telling you, because we're at the end where it either works or it doesn't work, and if it's not working, we tell you and you put it right. If you don't listen to it, you're not going to put it right. You're just going to fuck off everybody else. It's crackers. Sorry, Sean, I've just taken over your run station.
No, you're all right. I got it. So my mate in England said, listen, mate, will you enter the ballot for a Fulham ticket? And I went, yeah, of course I will. I think I told Lee this one. I said, so I entered the ballot for a Fulham ticket, right? And I was successful. So at 4 o'clock on the Friday, they tried to take money out of my bank. My bank thought it was fraud, and my bank declined it, right? So I got the email at 4:20 saying, please update your payment. So I went on, the link was expired. So I tried to ring them. I couldn't get through. I got through on the Monday. Luckily, I don't know how someone answered the phone. And she went, oh, yeah, the link. She went, you only get 48 hours. She went, I went, yeah, but it was Friday at 4 o'clock. You close at 5. I went, and you're not open on the weekend. So she says, well, oh, yeah, you can't re-enter the ballot now. Your ticket's done. And I just thought, what a liberty. I didn't even have a chance to correct my payment issue. That wasn't my fault. The whole thing just stinks, and then they don't answer the phone, and then they use the weekend as an excuse. Well, if you're not open, how can you say your time's elapsed? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're going to put a 48-hour limit on it, and a weekend lasts 48 hours, what's the fucking point of even doing anything? It's crackers. Especially when the tickets when the ballot was announced on the Thursday. The result of the ballot was announced on the Thursday. So if it gets bounced by your bank as yours did on the Friday, you can't do a fucking thing about it. You crack it.
Yeah,
you're
so like I say,
you're absolutely knackered.
When I went back on to update the payment, and I think obviously the bank was this year, and I said yes. And when I went back on to update, the link had expired. So I'm like, well, why is the fucking link now expired? So yeah, it just annoyed us. And like, because I was looking forward to saying to my mate in England, yeah, look, there's a ticket for you, mate. Like, I got one in the ballot for you. And I didn't tell him, but I was wanting to just say, yeah, mate, there's a ticket. Because he was
Would you have
unsuccessful.
been,
And I just thought,
Sean, would you have been able to transfer that ticket to him?
I think you can. I'm sure you can. Yeah, you can transfer tickets, can't you? Yeah, you can.
I've no idea. I don't know what the situation is at all at the moment. Nobody knows.
All right.
Yeah, no.
It's a good point. I mean, I'm assuming you can transfer a ticket because when you ring the number that I finally managed to find online, they go for ticket transferring information.
All
and
right,
for log
okay.
on to- So I'm assuming, and I know a lad. I met a lad in New York who he goes to every game, but he just buys tickets off his mates who are they've got season tickets, but the one works offshore. So he just buys his ticket he gets his ticket off him every week now. I'm imagining he just transfers his ticket. So I think you can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, if you go to press this button for ticket transfer information, it could well be that they'll say, unfortunately, you can't transfer tickets anymore. You know,
you might be right.
Nobody knows. You know, I mean, it's just so. It's worse than the bloody German train system. You never find out why the train's late. You know, it's the same with Sunderland tickets. You never find out if you're going to get a ticket or if you're not. And if you do get a ticket, what can you do with it? You know, it's crackers. They're absolutely
they're all
information.
They're all plugging the corporate on. It's funny, right? Because there's a separate number for corporate and hospitality. My dad went, just ring that number and pretend you rang them by mistake. And, because they'll answer if it's corporate. I bet you they do. I bet if it's corporate and hospitality, they'll break the neck to answer. Yeah.
Of course they will. Of course they will. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something that needs improving as well, communication, because obviously they've had to put out 2 embarrassing statements in the last 48 hours, I think, about the problems. You know what I mean?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of egg on the face, isn't it, really?
Well, you had to message Ask SAFC, right? So they said, send an email with your account details and stuff, and we'll look at it from there. We'll take 24 hours to get back to you. So then 3 days later, I got an email saying, it's going to be another 3 to 5 days due to the demand of traffic we've received. And I was like, well, you said fucking 24 hours. Now it's been a week. You know, so yeah, the whole thing was just a mess, you know. And like you say, we can't blame the ticket off the staff because they're just local nice people who are. And when you get through, they're very courteous. But
I think they're probably understaffed as well, aren't they?
Oh, huge! I mean, it all come down to the cost cut, didn't it? It all come down to the fact that we got rid of a shitload of staff in League One and in the Championship, and we just haven't replaced them. And they've tried to streamline it all, haven't they? Like with everything online, like they basically want everything online, like a lot of clubs do. But you need the customer service, and you need people there at times as well. So they've got to get better with that side. They have to.
Another point I want to make is that
how long have we, or how many years have we tried to get in touch with Chris Waters? It's always been very difficult to get in touch with him, and I've spoken to him a few times, obviously seen him personally and what have you. And he tells me himself, I only get in to emails concerning a particular game in the week that is happening. That means, I mean, it's no fucking good to me. I don't know if I'm going to get a ticket or not. The ticket for Chelsea, I had everything booked. The plane, the hotel, the hire car, the whole whack. But I didn't have a ticket. And I found out on the Tuesday before the game that I was going to get a ticket. I mean, Chris told me, don't worry, you'll get one, you get one. But I'm shitting bricks. You know, I'm coming over here and I'm going to be watching this bloody match in a pub in Sunderland. And I want to be in the stadium, you know.
Well, do you know, Ian, sorry, we spoke earlier, right, about the meet and greet, right, in New Jersey. And I said this to Lee as well, like, they said, you've got to put your name in a ballot, right, for the meet and greet in the pre-season. And we'll put... Now, the meet and greet was on the Friday in New Jersey. It's about 40 minutes from my house, right? And the Thursday, we were all at the Leeds game and no one knew who was going. I'm like, well, it's tomorrow. Do you know, I got an email at 10:42 that night saying, you're doing a meet and greet. It was meant to be 11 o'clock. The club changed it to 9 a.m. Half the people just went, we can't be arsed. We've got to travel from New York and we didn't know. So... I thought you're letting people know at 10:40 at night that they've got a meet and greet in the morning. Like, luckily I was 30 minutes away, but it's just typical of communication. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a very poor show, like.
Yeah, and I think as well,
you've got to take time off work. I had to like adjust things, and then at like 10 o'clock at night, people are going, "Are you going tomorrow?" I was like, "I don't know. I haven't had an email." And then, like I say, we got the email. And I'm like, "Fucking 11 o'clock at night," and you give them the details for 9 in the morning. Like, that's not really good enough, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I think as well, we've got this match against Rennes on Saturday, and I think people are still waiting for their tickets for that match. Today's Thursday. It's like, what, a day and a half away. And apparently people are trying to want to buy a ticket to the match, but they can't access their account to buy a ticket. So, like, it's like, do the club actually want the money from the fans? Like, do they want a full stadium?
I've heard that it's only going to be about 12,000 there tomorrow on Saturday because people have just give up.
Which I think is a bit embarrassing, considering like last week we went to Lens in France,
and Lens was packed out.
It was bouncing, and the atmosphere was great. They were great fans.
Yeah,
like it
absolutely,
was like a league game. Do you know what I mean? But our last pre-season friendly at home, and there's going to be like 12,000 fans. It's going to be like a League Cup game, and I think it's like it all doesn't help that the club only open certain sections of the ground to sell the tickets. Like, just open the ground up and put the tickets like cheap, and then they'll get people in, and they'll come.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just say though, fair play to them, right, for the Europa League prices, because they've kept the ticket prices really good. Whereas I think if you look at Villa last season and you look at Palace,
Villa really took their eyes out.
Villa were 80 quid. I know a kid who's a Villa fan. I used to coach with him. He was paying 90 quid a ticket on top of his season ticket. So we've kept the tickets really, really reasonable. So fair play to the club for that, by the way.
But they've only done that, Sean, because they know they fucked up on other stuff. That's the only reason they've done that this season. Next season, if we get it to Europe again, you'll see that the prices will go up, and they'll go up heftily, because this season they know they fucked up with the membership, and they know they fucked up with the ticket and stuff. So they put those prices like low to keep people on board, in my opinion. But anyway,
I think it's your mate, the Baldy lad. He's doing a cracking job.
He can fuck off back to London and support Chelsea. Anyway. Listen, I still haven't received an answer, eh? I've been asking the question, how is a couple of million quid from a membership scheme going to help the club compete with the best teams in the league? No one's given me a good answer.
I've got the feeling that we're doing it just because everybody else has done it.
Exactly, yeah. And it's endless as well, isn't it? Like I was saying to Lee, like, you can only sell 38,000 season tickets, but you can sell 2 million memberships. So like the Sky, you don't need you can sell as many as you want, and there's no ceiling to it. So I think I understand why they're doing it. Now, what shit is, I bought one, right? I've flown the white flag, Lee, and I bought one, and I thought of you as I was getting one.
I've bought it as well.
But basically, all I got back was an email saying, "Here's your member." Not a thank you, Sean, a nice letter back or anything. Just a bit of shit with a receipt. And I was like, "It's fucking nice, isn't it?" You know what I mean? Yeah. So that did annoy us, but I can see why they've done it, because if every team in the league does it, we've got to do it, man. We have to. You know,
yeah,
it's an extra revenue stream.
I'm not against it, but like, it needs to have benefits.
Yes, you are.
That are worthwhile. I mean, like, fucking hell, it's going to cost me, if I want to go to one game with my 2 kids, it's going to cost me 107 quid more than last season. Just to go to one game. It is.
Is it though? Can you not get a hold of Chris Waters, your mate, and say, "Listen, can you just get us 3 tickets without memberships?" Could they not?
No, I think that would be difficult.
Not now. Maybe back in League One it was possible, but
you know what? I think you're right, because when we went over for International Fans Day, you had to have a membership. Like, you had to have an ID number, didn't you? Because my wife had to sign up, get an ID number, then the tickets went in your account. So yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I think they could say, well, if you're not a member,
that's what it's going to be like. I mean, even next year, International Fans Day, you have to have a membership to go to International Fans Day.
Is there a cheaper one for kids? I didn't even look.
No, it's like £30 for the first kid and £20 for the second kid.
Oh, right.
Is it?
Yeah, but still, it's
Yeah,
like
well, it's still cheaper than 48 for you, though, isn't it?
well, yeah, well, like 97 quid it's going to cost me for a membership,
Aye.
and then add on to that the price of tickets, which are going to buy three or 4 quid. I think they've gone up, so it's like 107 quid more than last season just to go to one game. Which
He's not having it as the old membership, Lee. He's
nah,
not having it.
I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it. Not having it.
Ian, I told him in Philadelphia when they put on a free bar, and we went in the bar and it was all free. They went, the club's paid for all your drink and everything. I was thinking, get in. I text Lee and went, see, this is where the membership money's going, mate. You know,
Did you at least kick the arse out of it?
Oh, I did. My father did. My father ordered 8 ciders at once. Honestly, what a disgrace. But he says, I've supported this club for Army Light. He says, the least it can do. And he kept sending people to the bar. I was like, what a wanker you are. But
Good old Colin.
he was pissed. He was pissed as a rat. He loved it.
Right. Anyway, enough
Brilliant.
about tickets and memberships. I've had enough of that. Anyway, I want to look at these 2 new shirts. Ian, you've got the red and white one there. Here we've got Nordy and Enzo in New York, basically displaying them very nicely. But Ian, is it like, are you like me that it's your favourite shirt in a very, very long time?
Yes, definitely. The style of the shirt I liked. I think it was back in the 90s. Some firm that had nothing at all to do with Sunderland brought out a replica of the 37 shirt, and I wanted to get it, but the bastards didn't do it in my size. You know, they didn't have bell tent size, you know, so I couldn't buy it. But this one, as I say, it's the biggest bastard I could find. It touches where it fits, but I'm wearing it and it's great. It really is a bloody magnificent piece of kit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ian, have you got a preference to like the red stripe down the middle or the white stripe down the middle? Does it matter to you or not?
I don't give a shit as long as it's red and white stripes. I even used to have the pinstripe. Was it Lecoq Sportif or Patrick? Back in the McMenemy state. McMenemy was manager at the time. The white, predominantly white with red pinstripes, red and black pinstripes. Fucking awful. But we had it for 2 years, so I had to wear it, you know, and that was it. But,
Sean,
as long as it's red and white, I don't give a shit what it looks like.
all right, Sean, you got yours at the opening, didn't you? I think it was like there was like some event on in New York, and you went there, and I got told by a good source. Well, you told me yourself, but I also got told by a good source that you went to the wrong place and you ended up in a gay neighborhood in the gay quarters of New York.
I did, but I'm just laughing at because the car in front of us that just went through the lights. She's got a sticker on the back saying the MILF-mobile. So when Ian was talking, I was like focused on the MILF-mobile in front. But yeah, because right, the bar was called Loom, right? And Loom, sorry. And when you go on Google and you type in Loom, New York City, there's 2. There's the one that Sunderland are at, and there's one in the gay village, right? Which is like down in the gay area, like the gay area of New York, right? So I was with my dad and I was with Niall, and I thought, right, I'll get down, we'll get some scran, and we'll be like 2 minutes away. And I thought, must just be where they pick the venue, you know. So I had a meal and stuff, and I got up there, and I got to this place, and I had to get, and I was like, she didn't know what we're talking about. She went, oh, I've got a meeting, like, if there's people coming in at 6, and I went, oh no, this is definitely not the right place. And like, obviously, I realised I was in the wrong area. So
did you feel at home anyway, Sean?
Better. And big mouth Warner, who's ratted us out by the way, Justin. I rang him and I went, you've set me up here. I went, there's no one here. I went, because it was 3:10, 3:15. I thought, this is strange, this, right? And he went, where you at? And I went, Loom. And he went, and I looked, I went, this is the West Village, man. This is the gay area. I went, well, it's not there, then is it? It's Loom Studios. I went, what a bastard. So I looked on my phone, there was 2, and I had to get an Uber. And then when I come through Broadway and all that, I could see all the red and white outside, and I thought, what a twat I am. I never said nothing. I just thought, nah, honestly. So yeah, So I was down there, and it's funny because
Donkey's
one of the lads messaged me, where you at? And I told him, I went, I'm 2 minutes away at bar. And he went, no, you're not. I went, I fucking am. Right? And I thought he must be in the wrong place. It turns out it was me in the wrong place. So,
But yeah,
well,
you were there. No, Kevin Phillips was there. Bally was there. No, good crack.
I'm sick of the sight of Bowley and Kevin Phillips. Bless them. You know, I mean, I love them. I love them and the legends, but dear me, they're everywhere, aren't they? I tell you what, Alan Johnson was there as well, and what a lad he was, by the way. I didn't even recognise him because he's got any hair and stuff new, but he's just got a coaching job in North Carolina. So he was there, and what a gentleman he is, by the way. He was excellent. So
Yeah.
he was there, and it was basically just a walk in. You had all the shirts around, and then no one knew, and everyone was just putting them on. And they're like, oh, you can't put the shirts on. You got to pay for them in the back. And there was a few got lifted, by the way. I guarantee there was. But trust me, right? There was a lot of Sunderland accents, and there was a lot of them shirts end up courts, and a lot of security were like, I'm sure. I says to me, because you walked in, right? Then you walk around the back and the other end to pay, and there was no one in the room you were in, and people were just taking them off the shelves, and they were like, then the guy come on, you can't take them off the shelves. You got to go around the back and order them. They're just so you can see them. The shelf was fucking half full, by the way. And I thought, yeah, there's people palmed a load of these. And then obviously you got round the back, and I got Gavin Frater one. He wanted like a 4XL. I couldn't get one, so as Paul Weir suggested, I got him two. He can just stick them together. You know, he can just sew them together. So, So I've sent him one. It's not going to fit him. I mean, I don't even know why I've sent him it. It's probably going to go on his knee. But other than that, then, you know, that's what he wanted, so he's got it. So there you go.
Good stuff. Right, and today, Ian, we've released this new third kit. Very pretty, isn't it? Very, very nice shirt. Blue stained glass window. I mean, the Glass Museum is actually closed, isn't it? It closed in July, I think, this year.
Yeah. There's a debate as to whether the council are going to flatten it and use it. No, I think the university owns it, and the university want to knock it down to build accommodation for the students.
Oh, wow.
But the council are trying to fight against it. University are arguing that it'll cost too much money to get it back up and running because it's falling apart. The fucker's only 20 years old, for fuck's sake. Who built it? Jerry? Yeah?
Yeah.
But anyway, the strip anyway. I think it's excellent. It really is good. I'm going to have to see it in the flesh. I'm back over again in October for a school reunion, and I strongly suspect I'll be parting with another 65, 70 quid to buy myself one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's similar to the one a couple of years ago, wasn't it? The blue one, which had like the mining wheel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a deeper blue. That's a darker blue.
No, I'm saying like they've gone with like a similar design, haven't they? Like something that kind of like hits home. Well, isn't it?
It's the only strip that they've released this year that doesn't have a colour.
Yeah,
you know, it's a round neck, long sleeve, short sleeves. They've also done like a baseball jacket, which I've seen on the adverts that they've done for it, and also training tops in dark blue.
Mm-hmm.
I think that lass is wearing a training top there.
The Tash Fenton, I think it is the women's. Yeah. Well, Sean, another positive thing is that the ship badge is back.
The shirt's lovely, isn't it? I said to the boys this morning at NASA, I said, I'm not buying it though, the club spend money. I said, because the fact that I've just bought the home shirt, I've spent more in the transfer window than what they have. I said, so until they sign a couple of players, I'm holding off. But it is a cracking shirt, by the way. They're gonna put some. I think they're waiting on UEFA clearance, I seen, but they're gonna put like a Europa League thing on it as well. In like a special right. I thought you grifters, right? But they're gonna do that, and they're just waiting on UEFA for approval. But it's gonna look really nice, isn't it? It really is. But apparently, Lee, I was talking to a lot of the fans in America at the pre-season. All the Europa League badges are falling off. Like,
I've read that as well.
They're not used to
one washing the fall off. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I've actually bought mine on eBay, and I'm sending them I'm getting someone out here who does jerseys. I'm getting someone out here to put them on for us. But they reckon they keep coming off. So I thought, wow, come on.
Aye.
Yeah.
Don't be having that.
Well, we've got 3 lovely shirts. I mean, the Elvis one, it's different, but I think
I'm sorry, Lee. I am never ever going to put that shirt on. I'd rather walk around naked than wear that.
Ian, fuck off. Ian, you sit on pink seats in the Stadium of Light, mate. You can wear a pink shirt.
Hey, can I just say, in person, it looks brilliant, by the way. In the flesh, I didn't fancy it until the Leeds game, and then when I had them on in the bar, I went to my missus, I went, they're fucking nice, by the way. Honestly, when you see them in person, I think the quality. So
I saw it in the shop when I bought this shirt last week, and I still didn't like it. I was prepared to be convinced, but I'm sorry it didn't happen.
You just stick the pink seats or wait until that shirt fades.
Lee, I've got one more little gripe I'm pissed off about.
Oh, here we go.
No, listen, I've just realised this, by the way. The club out here, right, put on 30 quid tariffs on the shirts, right? So they put on, when you buy them online, right, and you send them to America, there's a 30 quid tariff, right? So I just send them to my mum's, and my mum sends them across, so I don't have to give big Trumpy 30 quid, right? So anyway, the club added 30 quid on at the launch. The shirts are made in Turkey. I thought, you cheeky bastards, right? I thought that's only if the Chinese that the tariffs come on. So whenever merchandise is made in China, you pay a tariff. These were made in Turkey, so why should I pay a tariff?
Well, it's probably as far as Trump's concerned, they're coming from UK. Because it's or from Denmark, it's either a Danish company or it's an English football club.
Yeah, but I don't.
Regardless of where it's being made.
Right, because I thought if it was made in China only that he had the tariffs on.
Yeah.
I
was just thinking, going back to the shirts. Strangely, we still don't have a fucking sponsor.
Visit Ghana. It's going to be, I think.
Well, where is it? Where is it?
Africa.
Where's the message? I mean, why hasn't it been brought in? Are they still dealing? Is Gazolfi handling the transfer?
Must be. It must be. Go on, Ian. Go on, son.
Yeah. It's that Tom Burwell, isn't it? He's in charge of that, isn't he? So.
Fuck off with him.
I keep calling him Lee. It's Tom, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is Tom. Yeah.
Why? Because he's got no hair. You think you think he's got my name?
he's got no hair. He's a mourner and he's a prick. So I thought, what do you wind you up?
And he wears those loose white tops that show off his muscles. I mean, listen, I've been doing military calisthenics for the last 2 weeks, mate. I'm fucking give me 10 more days, I'll be like him.
It is Tom.
Dream on, Lee. Dream on.
Yeah. Well, the app still calls me a fat bastard. I have to admit. Right. Anyway, lads, we're going to wrap it up because I'm going to go for me late night stroll before it gets too dark.
It's a bit darker,
Before last orders.
Yeah. No, I don't take my wallet with me just to make sure. So anyway, listen, we've got Stade Rennais on Saturday, pre-season match, last one, and we've got Ipswich on the following Saturday, 3 o'clock UK time for the opening game of the Premier League season. To the BBC article writer who wrote that article today saying Sunderland,
I read that.
Sunderland could be a victim of second season syndrome relegation. Fuck off, wanker.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Doesn't follow the club and just basically write an article or nothing. So anyway, lads, thanks very much for coming on. Ian, is it good and nacht yet?
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can see a good and nacht. I'm going upstairs. I'll watch a bit of TV, but then I'll hit the sack about an hour's time, something like that. Yeah.
Good man. And Sean, good afternoon to you. Enjoy your afternoon, whatever you're doing. You coached, aren't you?
I've got a session in 3 hours, so easy. Little high school camp, dead easy.
Sean, say hello to your dad for us.
Of course I will. He went back yesterday.
He's a cracking bloke. I thoroughly enjoyed spending time with him on the International Fans Weekend.
Brilliant fella. He went back yesterday, so I thank you. He'll appreciate that.
Brilliant fella.
Good stuff, lads. Right, we'll be back on probably the Saturday evening or Sunday morning for another podcast to review the Wrens game. So we'll see you all then. How are the lads?
Away the
Away the
lads.
lads.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you.